Hi, welcome to the life from the perspective of OG Marv C. That'd be me. Hope you guys are all settling in, taking it easy, chilling, relaxing. I don't want to, hey, don't be laughing, all right? Don't play that. Anyway, where I give you a view of life from a different perspective as it pertains to the Black community and on issues that I perceive as either a problem or something that makes you go, hmm. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Marvin, and I know what you're thinking, those of you who don't. That guy's white. What's he know about the Black community? Well, I'm not white. I'm Black. If you haven't figured it out yet, usually as soon as I start talking, people already know what time it is. Anyway, I wanted to speak on a subject that's been kind of one of my pet peeves, so kind of sort of, and that is brothers who don't respect other brothers. And what I mean by that is, perfect example. There's this dumb app out there called Tag, and it's where people can talk, chat to each other. And of course, very seldom do the same. Like in other words, if you're a brother, you're not gonna be talking to another brother on there. And if you're a girl, pretty much you're not gonna be talking to other girls. Because clearly, Tag is one of these apps that is, it's actually just a chat app, but people do what people do, and that's use it for the wrong things. So they've turned it pretty much into for lack of a better word, a whole machine. Anyway, if you get on there and look at some of what's going on there, and I'm mostly talking about these young brothers because cats my age, we ain't so much. I'm probably the oldest person even bother to even look at that thing. But 10 years ago or so, I used to get on there. Well, they didn't have Tag Live back in those days. You just got on Tag, you could just talk to people by typing. And that was, that's all it was. But now on the Tag app, you can get on your phone and you can actually look at a person and talk to them as you're looking at them. And what a lot of young people are doing on there is kind of, risque. Because I mean, a real savvy person can actually get on there, and if you know what you're doing, you can actually find out where that person exactly is. Not only that Tag does tell you where they are, but a real savvy person can find out exactly where you are and show up at your doorstep. So I don't think that's so bright. But anyway, be that as it may, I just haven't heard anybody talk about this particular issue in terms of, brothers be like what they're doing on there is they're talking to the ladies and chopping, like basically chopping each other, feet out from under them. Now, if you see your brother talking to a lady, you might just want to wait until he's done and see what happens. But these brothers be on there just stepping all on each other's toes and telling the chick, "Oh, you don't want to talk to him, you want to talk to me," and all this kind of stuff. And generally, that's what I'm talking about. Not so much in the vernacular of Tag, but just in general, where a brother meets a young lady, she has children or one, maybe she only has one. And yet, so obviously if she has a child, there's a man in her life somewhere. But do they care? Mm-mm. That chick could have 50 million kids hanging up off her apron strings, and these guys don't care. These young fellas, they don't care. All they want is the pussy. Okay? And as long as they think they can get the pussy or she's acting like she's ready to give it to them, they're going to get it. Okay? And they're going to do what they need to do. As I like to say, hunt down these females. It's all about the hunt pretty much. I just think that, brothers ought to give brothers a little bit more respect. Back in my day, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Back in when I was a youngster, I used to see, I used to watch the women, and then I used to hear my mother talking about the fact that, these women have babies by more than one guy, and wasn't a whole lot of that going on back in the 60s and 70s. But the 80s kind of brought on a change of sorts, and things were a little bit more acceptable, or got to be a little more acceptable because in our society, that's what we do. We just say okay to everything. You want to be gay? That's fine. Be gay. We still love you. You want to be a weirdo and cut off happy hair? Cut off happy hair and wear happy. One side of your head is bald head, and the other side of your head is something else. You want to put piercings all over your face? Do it. Yeah, we like that. Oh yeah. You want to tattoo your body? That's going to be another issue I'm going to talk about on another show. But that's to me, and I know I'm old school, but it's nothing worse than you look at a nice young lady. She looks like she's halfway decent looking, and then you look down from her face and go down to her neck and her chest area, and here's this big old tattoo. Looking like I don't know about these young fellas. I guess they don't see these young guys don't care. I care. If you got a tattoo on you and you're a woman, I ain't fucking with you. But anyway, that's what's up now, and that's what's happening. Apparently these young guys like it because everybody's doing it. It just amazes me when you get on some of these other websites and look at stuff. And here's these chicks all tattooed up, and here's these guys. They don't care. They still trying to do it, stepping on each other's toes. Cutting each other up, saying all kinds of things about each other. These dudes don't even know the guys that he's talking about. Okay, because everybody. I mean, for the most part, I'm sure there are some people on there do know each other, so to speak. But for the most part, somebody in Texas talking to somebody in Washington, and then some brother in California is chopping the tree down on the brother up in Washington, and the chicks just like loving it, I have an opinion on that too. I think that a lot of ladies on there in particular are just wanting some attention that they're not getting from somewhere, and in a way, it's kind of sad. And most of the people on tag are black, and the guys, for the most part, that are on there ain't about nothing. Okay, really serious. I've seen guys on. I'm retired, so I ain't got nothing to do. So in between doing other things I like to do on the computer or watching baseball or whatever it is I'm doing, I'm looking at what's going on that website. And there's a couple other apps out there too where it's the same thing. Where the brothers ain't got no job, ain't looking for no job. They just sit up there on an app all day on their phone, just sitting there, trying to hunt down pussy all day long. And here's the ladies up there just acting, they're just up there being a bait. What else can you call that? I just think that brothers ought to give brothers a little more respect. You see a lady out there and she's got kids. Like I said earlier, obviously there's a dude around there somewhere. You don't even know what the situation is with them. But of course, that speaks to the lady too, and what she's all about at the same time. One of my friends asked me not to say nothing about females. But how can I not do that? Because these females nowadays, especially these young ones, look, Maury is making a living out of women that are screwing so many men at the same time. They don't even know who the hell their baby daddies are. All right, this guy does a show every day, damn near. It's either that or the lie detector test. So again, these young people, they're blowing my mind with how they're doing these days. What the standard is, or as I like to say, what's the default? The default is I don't care what you got going on, man. If I can get some of that pussy, I'm getting it too. Okay. Back in my day, like I was saying earlier, guys didn't do that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even in my day, when I was younger, like in my late teens and early 20s, I didn't go around screwing on chicks that had kids by other dudes. I wouldn't do it. What the hell am I do that for? I get her pregnant, now I got to deal with her and another baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that shit. And I have a whole lot of respect for the mothers of my children who only have children by me. And there's a couple of them that I have one set of kids with one lady where I actually had three with her, and she doesn't have any other children but except mine. Um, uh, I have another lady where she has three with me as well, and she didn't have to. Oh well, yeah, I got to take that back. She did have one more. She had one more child by another guy after me. But see, if he had came in first, I wouldn't have been hitting that. You know what I'm saying? Brothers need to just give other brothers a little more respect. That's all I'm saying. These young guys are just not caring. They don't care what the chick got going on. She might not have no job. She may not have no, she ain't really looking all that good. You take them weaves and makeup off of these bras, man, you probably in bed with a who knows what. My point is, you know, you got to be a little bit more discerning than that. You know what I'm saying? And a little more respect for yourself. You know, um, I just think that if we could do a better job as a society in our black community, if we would just give each other a little bit more respect, and not step on each other's toes and not screw each other's women. That's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's just crazy because back in my day, if you was messing with some dude's woman who we had kids by, you subject to get a beat down. Like seriously, you know what I mean? But nowadays that seems to be the default now is that uh, they're just gonna go after whatever they can go after these women, and that's another story. These young ladies, they just don't care. Like I say, Maury's making a living off of chicks that don't know who their baby daddies are, and that's sad. That's real sad. And majority of ladies you see on there are black again. I mean, there'd be a few white ones and a couple of Mexicans mixed in, but for the most part, it's black women. You know, they're laying down with so many guys, and the guys are laying down with these women that they don't care who it is, what she's about, and the women don't care who he is or what they about. Only thing they care about is the size of that dick. Okay, and the only thing the guys care about is how big that ass, and that's it. As far as what you all about or things of that nature, and because you don't see people that are educated doing that kind of stuff. It's mostly these young, uneducated, ignorant black folks that ain't trying to do nothing. Don't ain't even thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they think about is smoking some weed and fucking and smoking weed. And with the women that's fucking, smoking weed, and doing my weed, you know, uh, I just can't understand. I don't understand that, and I don't think it's going to get any better. Because one thing I know that I've learned over my 65 years on this planet is shit don't get better. It just progressively gets worse. The only thing that got better that I've seen is technology. Technology's gotten good better, and the disparity between poor and not poor has gotten greater. But other than that, everything else is downhill, as far downhill as you can get it. And as far as the respect level of brothers, towards other brothers and what they got going on, it doesn't even exist. The word class is not in none of their vocabularies, okay? They don't have no class. And it would help if some of the young brothers would, maybe show some of the other young brothers how the way to go. Because there are some young people out there that ain't doing that kind of stuff. And uh, somebody's got to show them the way. And that's another problem, too. I'm going to have a show about that, too, about the fact that, we ain't got no black leaders right now. Back in my day, we had, Martin Luther King. Jesse Jackson was a respected person back in the day until he lost his ability to say no to sex. It's always sex that brings a man down. Because you can't really get a public office if you don't know how to keep your shit in your pants. Um, that might have been even my problem if I had done the same thing as I was bad when I was a youngster, when I was younger, because I know it's tough to say no, especially when women are out there throwing it at you like that. And I was a good looking dude back in the day, and I'm supposed to be looking good again in a minute. But uh, even me, I didn't go around sleeping with women that had children. If you had children already, I knew there was a man back there somewhere, and I didn't want to even deal with that. Straight up. I didn't want to have to be dealing with, another man coming to the house and you got to see his kid, all that kind of shit. That's crazy as hell. But anyway, it is what it is, and I guess I said all I can say on that subject. So until the next time I see you guys, everybody take care, and hopefully you'll come back and I'll see you again, and we'll be talking about something else. More than likely, I think I want to talk about internet business the next segment. There's something that needs to be done about that too. Anyway, brothers, Give the other brother a little respect. Lady got kids, walk away. Find somebody that don't. There's plenty of women out there that don't have any that you can still, go hunt if you just got to hunt. But them ladies got kids already. You might want to just, unless you're willing to, get with her and take care of them kids too. Now, if you're going to do that, then hey, go for it. But if you ain't willing to do that and all you're doing is trying to get some pussy, find you one that ain't got nothing. Or nobody, I mean. So I'll see you guys again. Everybody take care. Have a good day.
Not so bad. Look at you. Look at you.